Hey, what's up? This is Ty.
And this is Jared. This is our first training video that we're doing currently. We're kind of just tracking our progress, seeing where we end up. Ty and I kind of met a few months ago. Not a few months ago, more like a few years ago. I was kind of getting into training and like getting stronger and stuff. And Ty was my personal fitness coach then. What ended up happening was that, after like a sabbatical from the gym, I started coming back. And then Ty was still training, because he's always kind of been on top of it. So we kind of got together, and he wasn't having fun training. I wasn't having fun training. And it basically was like, hey, we both were friends before. Why don't we just train together? And then this kind of happened. So
yeah, 100%. We're just going through the motions, not really pushing ourselves, and so it only made sense just to team up, and it's been pretty hardcore since. So this is our journey, and we're gonna do one of these every week for anyone who's interested.
Yeah, so the video is kind of going now, and it's showing a little bit of the lifts that we had. What we're trying to do is kind of like show you guys lifts, hopefully give you some information, and it kind of make things easier, answer questions, give informative answers, and then like we were saying earlier, just track our progress. So, this is kind of more of a voiceover of us training, giving you a glimpse of what we're doing and kind of explaining who we are and what we want to do. So I don't think on this video we'll talk too much on what we're actually doing here. This is kind of like a base ground to show you, some of the starting points that we've had in the last 2 months.
Yeah, so what we're doing here is that Jared's doing some bench with some chains. So my personal goal at the moment is to bench 315 for over 20 reps. And so the weight's been feeling heavy, so we wanted to feel some heavy weight, so we added some chains. And this is Jared's PR with 275. How'd you feel on this lift?
Honestly, the 275 moved super easy, but then right after this, you can see that it kind of transitioned to this 285. And on this lift, I failed pretty drastically, or not even drastically, honestly. It was more of like a power struggle between my wrists and things. And so we kind of put this video in because we want to explain, that when you lift, you're not going to always have 100% day. So, to kind of add to that, what do you think my problems are with that lift, Ty?
It was just stability and just more reps and more practice is needed. Just strength is there for sure. Right now, this is our first week of squats. This is actually our first week of actual programming. That was 365 versus, I think it was 6.
5 or 6? I think it was 6.
Yeah. And these are pure hell. This is 5 seconds down, 5 pause in the hardest spot of the lift, and 5 the rest of the way up. They are garbage, and I highly recommend it to everyone.
Yeah, I won't lie, Ty definitely kind of coined this for me, or I don't know very many other people that do it, so we kind of call it like the nickel set. It's 5x5x5 after Ty nickel. I've definitely noticed that my lifts feel better after doing these, I can feel more confident in the lift. I feel better under pressure. The weight is fully controlled. Even here, I'm doing 265 for, I think, 6 reps. And then after this, I transition over to doing 245 for the pauses. To kind of add on to that, we'll show you the improvements in 1 week just from this, from both of us, honestly.
6
reps.
6 reps. There we go. And this is the 5x5x5 for Jared. These are tough, man. These are one of my least favorite things to do.
Yeah, I don't want to spoil anything, but I was still sore from last week this week.
3,
and I lifted better this week than I did last.
5.
So we're definitely seeing improvements with our bodies, and how it's communicating. Our central nervous system is getting used to the weights. And we're going to do our own programming every weekend. We've been kind of getting on top of it. And then these are some sissy squats that Ty introduced to me. So.
These are sex dungeon squats that we kind of came up with. This is a sissy squat, but we added the bands, so there's more glute work at the top because you kind of get a break at the top. I didn't want a break, so I added a band to make it even more awful. And
yeah, Ty's always one of those people that adds the band just because then you have no point of rest. It's full tension the whole time, which makes it all the worse, but also all the better because you're actually getting a lot of work done. So, and then here we have some windshield wiper.
sure what the name
yeah.
These are awesome for just building strength in the trunk, making sure your back and abs stay strong and healthy. I would recommend these at least once a week.
Yeah, and then another thing Ty's kind of showed me is that, earlier we were talking about my stability issues on the bench, so we're doing some chaos, and just hard pressure under the bar. We're kind of getting towards the end of the video here, so
these are great for anyone who has rotator issues or stability issues. It'll fix stability issues under heavy weight, and also keep the rotators very strong and very healthy. You should. This is Jared, and he killed that set. When he first started, it was all over the place. So you get good at them fast, but they're very hard to control at first. So the key to these is just to not give up.
And coming up next, my cat being fat. We're gonna train him, get him in shape. Go ahead and follow us along, and we'll be bringing you guys more content once a week.
Absolutely.
Appreciate you.
See ya.